as soon as he knocked him out, did you get the feeling when you went onto social media that like 65,000 people saw that? Or did you get the feeling that every fucking person on earth saw that fight? Because I felt more like everyone saw it, okay? Which means everyone stole it, okay? So if you want to like break Jake Paul's balls, oh my God, you only sold 65,000 pay-per-views? What a joke. You're a joke, bro. You're like, did you see it? Yeah, I saw it. How'd you see it? What do you mean? Well, how'd you see it? Like, you saw it live, right? Yeah, I saw it live. I saw him knock him out, you know? It's a good punch. How'd you see it? Well, all right, Jesse and Fire, welcome back to the channel. Now, we're going to talk about the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight, but specifically the numbers, the pay-per-view numbers, because there have been some rumors that it only sold 65,000 pay-per-views, and then there have been some retorts saying that they're not true. But I think the most important thing to talk about is how people react to Jake Paul, and because it's hilarious to me. I find it utterly hilarious. So hopefully you guys can laugh with me as we kind of discuss it. Now, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. Now, so this report comes out that the Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul fight did 65,000 buys. Now, of course, that would be a very embarrassing number, right? Under normal circumstances, you're like 65,000 buys. Jeez, man, you could only get 65,000 people to spend $50 to watch you fight a guy that you already fought like very, very recently. You were only able to generate $3.2 million. Seriously, I want you guys to seriously think about this, okay? Like, I actually don't remember if it was $50 or $60 because I heard that it was a very easily streamable fight, and I think that's the main problem here, you know? Like, I've been saying this for a very long time, okay? It is way too easy to stream these pay-per-views, okay? I never stream UFC fights. Never stream UFC fights. Never. I have never once streamed a pay-per-view UFC fight ever. Not once. Never will. Never have. Never will. And it was new to me, you know, like these streaming things, these streaming services, and I'll tell you exactly why I learned about it. Because I bought the first Jake Paul fight against Ben Askren. And that event, I mean, if you're new to this channel, let's say this, if you've been on my channel for a while, you'll remember my take on that event, which was, what fucking moron decided to do this? Like, what on earth were they thinking, dude? Okay, if I pay $50 to watch fights, okay, I'm not paying $50 to watch Snoop Dogg and Justin Bieber, you know, fist bump, and then do a 7-hour show with a bunch of random artists that I don't care about, okay? Violence and music don't go together. I don't understand why anybody ever thought that they did, okay? They don't go together. Okay, music belongs in one place in a fight event, and that is when a fighter comes out, you get to hear what song fires them up. You know, like what's their defining song? Are they going to be funny? Are they going to do something really scary? Are they going to do something calm before the story? That's where the music belongs, okay? Like, there is no room for, oh, okay, well, we just watched Frank Mir, you know, get dirt napped. I think now it's time for us to take a 1.5 hour break to watch Saweetie, who I learned who she is that night, and Doja Cat do some performance. Like, that is not a thing that any viewer wants. Okay. Now, I got some critical feedback when I said that, right? People were like, hey, dude, I mean, straight up, they were really clear on the advertisements, like what the event was going to be, dude. They said exactly what it was. They said it was going to be performances from this, and there were going to be fights over there. I'm like, yeah, you think I looked at the advertisements, dude? Like, I'm a fight fan. Someone told me that some people were fighting, so I bought it, okay? You think I did some surgical research into what the exact event was? I was like, hey, so I heard that the third prelim is at 6 o'clock, and so let's assume that it's a second round knockout. What are they going to do between 6:20 and 7? It's like, it was right there. If it's a second round knockout, they're going to have a Justin Timberlake package where he comes out and does a little jib. It's like, I'm not looking at that. I'm a fucking fight fan, dude. I want to watch fights. I don't want to watch random musical acts, okay? I was so mad about that stupid ass event where like the number of musical, I can't even imagine how much money they spent on that. These were like really big artists, and I'm like, dude, you have Jake Paul fighting Ben Askren, okay? This is a freak show. This is not a time for you to plug the, maybe if you have like some up and coming artists and you're like, hey, maybe we can just sneak them in and we can jog their career. Maybe that would make sense if you like doubled as a music producer. But like, hey, let's pay the biggest stars in the world to play in between these sideshow freak show fights. Brilliant. Not brilliant. So I was so mad about that event that I swore, I was like, I will never pay for one of these again. Like, I'm not paying for one of these. I felt like someone had, been like, hey, Jesse, come here. You're not going to believe this. Look at this. Look here, come here. Come into this room right here. Josh Fabia, he's fighting a gang of squirrels. He's fighting a whole gang of squirrels, and he's getting the better of them. Look at this. You're not going to believe it. There's like 8 of them. He's fighting 8 squirrels. What are you talking about? Look at this. Come on. 8 squirrels versus Fabia. Come on. I was like, all right. I'll come check it out. And as soon as I got in the door, they ran outside and slammed the door behind me. And they were like, the only way you get out is if you give us $50. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening. They're like, we tricked you. There's no squirrels. There's no Fabia. Like, it's just not real. Like, I tricked you. Slide $50 under the table or under the door. Just slide it under and we'll let you out. We'll let you right out. So there's no Fabia. There's no squirrels. Well, we could put some squirrels in there to start biting you if you don't pay us. So you lied to me. I don't know. Kinda. Okay. Here's the $50. And then the next time they were like, hey, look. Hey, now Fabia's fighting some muskrats. I'm like, I don't believe you this time. That was basically my baseline. So when Logan Paul was going to fight Mayweather, I was like, I'm not going to check out the squirrel fight this time. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. But they're like, no, really. This time he really is fighting muskrats. And I was like, really? They're like, yeah, really? Yeah, come on in. I was like, is there another way that I could check out that room? They're all, yeah, there is actually. You can actually hear. There's a monitor right here that's free, and you could just look on the monitor. Like you don't have to actually go in the room and then pay the $50 to get out. Here's a monitor. Check it out. And I looked and I was like, oh, weird. This time there actually is a muskrat fight. Muskrats versus Fabia. This is pretty good. They're like, well, now do you want to come in? It's $50 to get in. I'm like, I am already watching this for free. Like, I'm already watching it now. So I think I'm just gonna watch it for free. Well, you always said that it's not right to watch things for free. That's true, but last time you guys tricked me and lied to me about what I was going to get to see. So this time, we're just going to call it even. And so I justified it that way. And that's why I streamed the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight. Now, at this point, if this is your first video on my channel, you've probably just recognized that I talked about muskrats, Josh Fabia, closets, and lies for probably around 10 minutes. And I still haven't even talked about the pay-per-view numbers. Well, you're either impressed and you're like, whoa, this guy's really entertaining. Or you're like, what on earth did I stumble on? Who is this moron? Now, if it's the latter, then beat it, because it doesn't get any better than this. But if you're impressed, it's time to subscribe, right? Time to subscribe. So anyway, that's how I found out how easy it is to stream things. And it was shocking to me how easy it was. I was just like, really? It's just like on this website, like they're not doing anything about this Showtime? Because here's the really messed up thing. It was a flawless stream for the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight. And I said, I went on my channel the next day, I was like, dude, that was a great production. People were like, what are you talking about, dude? There were all kinds of problems with the stream. And I was like, wait, there were? They're all, yeah, I paid $60 and I had all kinds of problems. I was like, you did? The free stolen stream was perfect. The one you paid for was not, right? So that was kind of ironic, I thought. But nonetheless, I felt a little bit guilty because Showtime put on a great show. That was nothing like the Triller show. That was like, oh, hi, we've been doing this for a long time. And we know a lot better than putting Megadeth in between the co-main and the main event, right? Affliction. So yeah, it's way too easy to stream is the bottom line, okay? So when I hear like, a thing sold 65,000 buys, okay? So let's just assume, now let's read Jake Paul's statement real quick. He said, The pay-per-view number rumors are bullshit. The first fight with Woodley, we sold 500,000. That's good, considering. Okay, numbers for this one are still rolling in, but still looking positive. Not my best business night, but remember, everyone wanted to see me versus Fury, and that's what we sold. I mean, in all honesty, that's not a bad statement. He is basically admitting that the rumors are true, though. He's like, oh, the rumors are bullshit, but I'm not going to tell you anything different. I'm just going to say, it's bullshit. Numbers are still coming in. They're still coming in. You're all still coming in. Like, I mean, it's been a while. People are making statements about how many he sold, but here's my point. Okay, if you put on a fight like that, and it's as easy as text messaging someone like, hey, bro, hey, what? Anybody got a stream? And then every person who's a fight fan who's in a group text that's like, yeah, I got one. They send it, and then every single person. I mean, okay. Here's my point. 65,000 people bought it. You know how many people probably watched it? Okay? Everybody in the world saw that fight. Okay? Everyone saw that fight. Did you, I mean, as soon as he knocked him out, did you get the feeling when you went onto social media that like 65,000 people saw that? Or did you get the feeling that every fucking person on earth saw that fight? Because I felt more like everyone saw it. Okay? Which means everyone stole it. Okay? So if you want to like break Jake Paul's balls, oh my God, you only sold 65,000 pay-per-views? What a joke. You're a joke, bro. You're like, did you see it? Yeah, I saw it. How'd you see it? What do you mean? Well, how'd you see it? Like, you saw it live, right? Yeah, I saw it live. I saw him knock him out, you know? It's a good punch. How'd you see it? Well, I found a crack streams or a meth streams or a, cocaine streams or whatever it was. I found a streams place. You did, huh? Did you get it from someone else? Yeah, I was on a group text with like 20 people. Oh, weird. But I bet you are an exception, because I'm sure that the other 10 million people that talked about it immediately after the fight, probably they didn't steal it. Like, it's like, they probably heard about it from a friend. Like, they didn't actually watch it, right? So the point is, the truth about what his pay-per-view numbers were are irrelevant, because all that really matters, all you can do, okay, if you're a fighter, okay, like, again, let's really break this down. There are parts to play in the fight business, right? Parts to play, okay? Does Dana do the same thing as, let's say, John Jones or Israel Adesanya? Does the UFC as an organization do the same thing as Dana? Does Dana represent they're all kinds of role players here. Okay, the fighter's job is to be interesting and make people want to watch them fight. Okay, that's their fucking job. So Tyron Woodley playing his role, Jake Paul playing his role. Everyone in the fucking world saw the fight, so they did their job. Whose job is it to make sure that the stream doesn't get stolen and just distributed? Like, just literally, like this was like the equivalent of one of those smash and grab jobs at at Louis Vuitton in San Francisco. Everyone's walking around with a new Louis bag. You're all, hey, where'd you get that? They're all, what do you mean? They're all, where'd you get that new Louis bag? They're all, I bought it. You're all, God, there seems to be a lot of Louis Vuitton running around San Francisco lately, huh? It's like everyone has one. I know, it's crazy. What do you do for a living? I work at Busboys. The restaurant's called Busboys? Yeah, I'm a busboy at Busboys. And you have a $5,000 backpack. Yeah. Where'd you get it? I bought it. You bought it. How much do you make at Busboys? I don't know. How long does it take you to make $5,000? I don't know. So you weren't part of the smash and grab? No. You weren't part of the smash and grab? No. Louis Vuitton's just a shitty brand now. Everyone can get one. It's Louis Vuitton's fault. It's not because everyone smash and grabbed Louis Vuitton. That's not what happened. Oh, really? Okay. So, yeah. So that's what really happened. People smash and grabbed the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight. That's why it did 65,000 pay-per-views. Okay? So this is all part of the same phenomenon, which is this. People love to hate on Jake Paul, and I understand, because he is intentionally pissing people off, and he has like the full package. Colby Covington intentionally pisses people off, but Colby Covington was an all-American wrestler who came up hard, worked his balls off, did everything right as a fighter, and then finally was like, I need to become controversial if I'm going to sell fights, and then started doing it then. Jake Paul was on fucking Nickelodeon, dude. Okay? He's a Nickelodeon kid. And then a YouTube guy who's making fuck you. Everybody hates a person that's just crushing money for no reason. Like if people look at a person who just is kind of like loud and obnoxious and then they make a lot of money because of it, where you can't really, it is actually a talent, dude. Okay, you can't just be loud and annoying and all of a sudden just make money. Like you have to also have this other thing, right? But, but people don't see it that way. They're like, what's he doing? Why is he famous? Why is he making so much money? I hate that guy. And then he's like, well, you know what? You know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna become a fighter like you. And they're like, whoa. You're gonna become a fighter like me? Yeah, I'm gonna be a fighter just like you. And they're like, you can't be a fighter like me. You're a little loser. You're a Nickelodeon kid. I already hate you. You definitely can't do what I do. He's all, no, I think I can. I think I can do what you do. And I'm going to. I'm going to do exactly what you do. I'm going to go train. I'm going to become an amazing fighter. You'll see. They're like, okay, Jake Paul. And then he comes in and he's like, boom, blitzes someone. They're all, well, look at who he's fighting, dude. You're still a nobody, Jake Paul. You're a nobody, dude. You're a joke. And he's like, am I? Okay, well, how about this? I'll fight a professional athlete. I'll fight this NBA guy, He's a professional athlete. He was in the NBA. He's a tough guy. Fine, fight Nate Robinson. No one cares. You're not going to win anyway. And he's all, and back, whap. Oh, I knocked him out moving backwards. He's actually unconscious. Like, look at it. I can lift up his arm. Look at it. He's unconscious, you guys. At least we know he's not dead because he'd be rigor mortis, but he's out, dude. I knocked him the fuck out, moving backwards. What do you think about that? Well, he's not a fighter, dude. Why don't you fight someone real? Well, I was a Nickelodeon star 5 seconds ago, right? I just was saying I'm going to become a fighter. Do you think that I should have, like, in my very first fight, fought Anderson Silva? Is that what you think I should have done? Well, whatever. You're just not a real fighter. All right, well, I guess, how about this? I'll fight one of your guys. I'll fight Ben Askren. He's a world champion, right? He's a world champion. Fine, go ahead. Ben Askren's going to kick your ass. Everyone's all, everyone like me was like, wait, what? Ben Askren's the worst striker in the history of mixed martial arts. Like, that's just an objective fact. He is the worst striker in the history of widespread, like anyone who's ever fought in ONE FC, certainly in UFC, the worst striker of all time. But a world champion nonetheless. I'll fight him. They're like, fine, he's going to kick your ass. And first round, oh, look at your boy, dude. Look at your boy. Looks like he got struck by lightning. Fuck this guy. I hate him. Tyron Woodley. Oh, you're certainly not going to be able to beat a world champion that's actually a half-decent striker. Oh, he did. Well, you didn't knock him out. It was a weak-ass fight. Boom, unconscious. Well, you sold 65,000 pay-per-views, dude. So it doesn't even matter. Nothing you do matter. You will never earn my respect no matter what. You're garbage, dude. You're Sean O'Malley without the skills. I don't know why that would be an insult, actually. But, yeah. So anyway, that's the truth about Jake Paul and the pay-per-view numbers. So when you guys are like, oh my God, 65,000 pay-per-views, you're a fucking idiot, okay? You're an idiot. Because all that really matters in his job is making people want to watch. And that was probably the most widely stolen fight in history, dude. I will bet you that no fight has ever been stolen at a more wide margin than that. That's what I got. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell.